Time has come. It's over. We're all doomed. So, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm going to make this quick. So, it seems that this is making the rounds like crazy. Everyone's been sending it to me. It's popping up all over the internet. Deadline, Variety, Hollywood Reporter, Guardian. Let's go ahead and check this out. So the Ray movie that we were supposed to get, and everyone was like, what is this, dude? Apparently, that movie being canceled or being delayed is just because it's going to be turned into the new sequel trilogy, episode 10, 11, 12. So, let's go ahead and read the information here, apparently. Exclusive. Lucasfilm has closed a deal with Simon Kinberg. And if you don't know who that is, he did Logan, I believe. Is that correct? To develop a trilogy of Star Wars films. Kinberg will write the trio and produce them with Lucasfilm chief Kathleen Kennedy. Biggest mistake. I heard this will comprise episodes 10 to 12 of the Skywalker saga that began with George Lucas's 1977 first film. There's no point really saying that anymore because now it's just all about the sequels, what they created, which they completely went against his timeline. Which, along with Steven Spielberg's Jaws, reshaped the global blockbuster game. Insiders disputed my intel that Kinberg will continue that storyline, saying this instead will begin a new saga and sit alongside percolating Star Wars projects with James Mangold, Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, the Ray movie, Taika Waititi, and Donald Glover. Well, Taika Waititi's film is out. Donald Glover, we don't have any intel on his Lando movie at all. As usual, Lucasfilm and Disney are not commenting. Yeah, of course. Kinberg previously worked with Lucasfilm in co-creating with Dave Filoni and Carrie Beck the Emmy-nominated animated series Rebels that ran for 4 seasons. He was also a consultant for Episode 7, with J.J. Abrams directed the film that reviewed the franchise in 2015. He also has been heavily involved in other franchises as writer or producer. That includes a decade spent on the X-Men films and the Logan spin-off film that starred Hugh Jackman and was directed by Mangold. Ah, okay, interesting. Interesting. He was also producer of the first 2 Deadpool films and exec producer of the 2024 blockbuster Deadpool and Wolverine. He produced the Ridley Scott-directed The Martian and has scripted such films as Mr. and Mrs. Smith, co-wrote the film that launched the Sherlock Holmes franchise with Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. And he also produced a bunch of other shit that I don't know. Interesting. So as of right now, he's signed to do 3 films, a trilogy. And what this person is saying is that the information for this trilogy is it's actually going to be episode 10, 11, 12. And it's going to be continuing on. It's going to sit alongside the Ray movie, Charmin Obaid-Chinoy. So this is what I'm getting from it. These 2 are out of the picture. We don't even have these. These are like non-existent. The James Mangold movie is, if you guys didn't remember, that's going to be the Dawn of the Jedi. That's like the first Jedi that ever existed. We have comics on that. I don't know how well they're going to adapt it, or they're going to do their own thing as usual, or if they're going to take inspiration from, the cool legend stories. But I'm not really sure. What do you guys think about this? I really want them to just leave the sequel trilogy in the past. You know, they had a amazing setup. They could have taken George's story for it, which was supposed to have Luke Skywalker, Leia, Darth Maul, Darth Talon. I mean, you want to talk about cool female characters. Darth Talon probably would have been everybody's number one favorite character, female or male. She would have been bad ass. Not to mention she's also super hot, so like every nerd is just going to be like fawning over her, and every chick is wanting to dress up as her. So it's like a win-win, and she's a really cool character. But anyways, it's unfortunate that they decided to go with their own convoluted mess, and now what we're going to have is even more of a convoluted mess, in my opinion, because how can you build a story of 10, 11, 12 on something that was half-assed? You know, 7 had premise, 7 had promise, 7 was potentially going to be good. 8 came in there, shit on 7. 9 came in there, shit all over 8. And they were just having this back and forth war. Nobody knew exactly what was going on with the sequel trilogy. And I know this, not only from the interviews from the cast members or the watching it, per se, and judging for yourself and seeing that there really was no plan, but from the people that I know behind the scenes who are very close to George, very high up, people within Lucasfilm who have confirmed that there literally was no freaking plan whatsoever. And that's unfortunate. So I'm wondering, how are they going to pull this out of their hat and create something that's a 10, 11, 12 that makes sense? Hopefully they go into it with a little more care, I would imagine. Yeah, they are beating a dead dog at this point. I know, it's, you know, and it sucks, man. It's like, how are they going to turn that around? How are they going to turn anything around after the sequel trilogy if they don't just shoot 500 years into the future where all that stuff is dead and gone and doesn't exist anymore? You know what I'm saying? I want to hear your thoughts about it. So, I'm going to pop chat up here. I know I got it floating over there in the corner, but by the way, we still have Stupendous Theory in about an hour and a half, but I wanted to get my words on this by myself before Wave gets in. So you guys can definitely be here at 5 o'clock. You're the best, man, says Ty Boogie. Jay Kane, what up, Illyrio? Hear me out. This is not going to happen. That's also a possibility. You know, Illyrio brings up a good point. We've gotten a lot of projects from Lucasfilm, a lot of promised projects that ended up failing and not going through. And it makes you wonder, is this just another one of those? Is this just another project that, yeah, you know, it's making the rounds, social media, articles are going to cover it. I mean, look at all these articles. These are big publications. They're covering this. Variety, Deadline, Hollywood Reporter. I mean, there's probably more. Yeah, everyone on Twitter, X. So yeah, AIO9 confirms Simon Kinberg is developing, writing, and producing a new trilogy of Star Wars movies. Would be the start of a new saga, so not necessarily a Skywalker saga. So the reason why I think it's Skywalker saga is because of this right here. And instead will begin a new saga and sit alongside percolating Star Wars projects with James Mangold, blah, 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 blah. So maybe they mean sit alongside as in there's a lot of projects going on, but I took it as sitting alongside Star Wars projects such as Charmin Obaid Chinoy. And really, if you're going to be doing a trilogy, my God, I hope it's Old Republic. But the way this is sounding is that they're going to go 10, 11, 12. And the reason that the Rey movie got delayed so much or was having so many online shit issues and rumors is because they're turning this into a full-on trilogy and not just one movie. And so they want to now probably take the story they had and slow it down and expand it into 3. That's crazy. That's crazy. It could be Old Republic. It could be all the way in the future, but the way the rumors are making it sound, man, I don't know. Let's see Variety. What does Variety say? Lucasfilm is developing a new Star Wars trilogy with Kinberg set to produce 3 films with studio chief Kathleen Kennedy. Ugh. We know if Kathleen's on board, it's probably going to be Rey. Because that's what they have their heart set on right now. That's what she wants to do, right? The Dave Filoni movie is handled. He's taking care of it. Him and John. And now we know that the Rey movie is having issues or being delayed or whatever it might be. And so Kathleen's going to go in there and she's going to be like, all right, we need to do 3 movies, Rey movie, and she's going to double down. And she wanted to have something that's going to be very, what'd she say? I want to do something big before I retire or some crap like that. So it's like, you already did. You did something huge. You destroyed Star Wars. And now let's see, just please retire, enjoy all your money, enjoy your successes. You did a great job as a producer on many of the films that I grew up with. But besides that, you're destroying Star Wars. I don't want you in there. This will begin a new series with new characters after Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah. There you go. A new series with new characters after Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker starring Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Adam Driver, Oscar Isaac concluded the original 9-chapter Skywalker saga in 2019. Though plot details haven't been revealed, Lucasfilm has disputed the notion, first suggested by Deadline in their initial report of the forthcoming trilogy, that Kinberg's movies will continue the story that George Lucas began in 77's A New Hope, introducing Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker, blah, blah, blah. Disney currently has Jon Favreau's The Mandalorian and Grogu, a continuation of the Disney Plus series, coming 2026, along with 2 untitled Star Wars movies set for December 2026 and December 2027. Lucasfilm has several other Star Wars projects in the works from filmmakers Mangold, Charmin Obaid-Chinoy. No, it's not others. These are literally the 2 movies that they just spoke of right here. So the James Mangold movie is supposed to come out in 2027, and the Rey movie was set to come out in 2026, but it is now delayed. But it's ambiguous which of these will be the first to hit the big screen. New installments in the space opera series from director Patty Jenkins, which was like canned, then okayed again, then canned. Marvel producer Kevin Feige, The Last Jedi director Ryan Johnson. So the creators, no, this, okay, who wrote this? Variety? Yeah, no. I don't think so, bro. I think they're just writing as much shit as they can write to get that SEO in there. No. So yeah, let me hear it, man. What do you guys think? Will you be at the New England cons next year? That'd be nice. We're really focusing on the States right now, and then we want to hit UK and Germany, and then other European countries. How can it be Skywalker Saga if there's no Skywalkers left? Hey, don't forget, Rey's a Skywalker now. Insane madness. D23 Brazil is this weekend. Lucasfilm has a showcase and would not be surprised if this was announced. Be on the lookout on Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon. What is it today? Thursday. Okay. Couple days. Disney needs to take their own advice. Let the past die. Kill it if you must. And that's the unfortunate thing. They didn't have to do that. They could have just full on done something that was congruent with George's story and made it really good for a lot of people. But instead, they decided to do their own shit and destroy it. And now we're in this situation where I don't want to even say the fandom is divided, because the new fans, I feel like, a lot of them are just so intolerant of anyone's opinions, especially the people who came before. And I call them tourists, because they're there on a whim. They're there for a weekend, and then they go on to Marvel, they go on to whatever else, which is fine. But they act like they're so goddamn caring of Star Wars when they're not. When they have absolute intolerable ability to accept anyone else's opinions, including mine, yours, people who came before them, who have been riding with Star Wars when it wasn't cool. I think it's unfortunate what's happened to Star Wars and to the fandom, but I don't think it's too late. I always think there can be a return. I don't want to be pessimistic. I think there just needs to be proper leadership. And that's all it is. It just comes down to leadership. And I don't think Kathleen Kennedy is the right person to lead Star Wars. I mean, look at what she's done. Disney heard we were all happy Rey movie was canceled, only to be like, oh, you don't want that? Too bad. Here's more Rey. You better love it, or you're sexist. Yeah. Give me a movie about Darth Talon. I'd be happy with that. It will be fun to watch them cancel this in 2 years. I don't know, dude. Kathleen is like hell-bent on driving this franchise into the ground and just making more crap that she thinks is... I still can't believe that she said we have no source material. We have no comics. We have no books. I don't know. If not in George's, Star Wars is best in the fans' hands. Yeah, depends what fan, but yeah. They just won't learn and give the keys to Filoni now. No, see, that's the thing. I've been meaning to make a video, and thanks, Robbie, you remember, for 66 months. It's wild. The issue with Filoni is that I have been standing up for him. I have been on his side for so long, but he's gotten to the point now where he allowed the Acolyte to happen. And the Acolyte is the most dog shit, horrible thing I have ever seen in my life. It left literally a poo stain on Star Wars. And I am very confused as to how he allowed any of that to go through and happen. And I don't know how any of these people aren't just speaking up because they're afraid they're going to lose their job. I mean, dude, you got to speak up. Everybody has to always speak their mind. We can't be living in this world where, like, you can't say anything anymore. You have to speak up. You have to say your opinions. Don't be a jerk. Don't be rude, but just say your opinions. It's so easy, bro. It's so easy. And you know what? The problem with that is that not everybody's going to agree with you, but they'd rather just stay silent and just continue doing their thing because they can't have any confrontation whatsoever. Everybody has to like them. It's ridiculous. I don't care. I don't care if nobody likes me. I don't care if people like me. I just want to say my piece, and if you're cool with that, cool, awesome. We can agree to disagree. That's great. So I think people at Lucasfilm need to do that a little more. My last name is pronounced like bad and bougie. Oh, Thai bougie. All right, well, I said boogie. Bryce, what's up, dude? What's going on? Doy says, hey, bro. Oh, hey, yo. I've always been a fan of Mahler's EFAP. Found your channel throughout an old episode of Stargrift. Great name, by the way. But something you said really resonated with me. We just want good stories, real. Yeah, we do. We do, man. And you'll see a lot more of me talking about that on stage at SpaceCon with the second vlog that'll come out probably in a few days. It's unfortunate. It's so simple. You know, I feel like the 90s and the 80s had really, well, anything before 2015 had amazing movies because they focused on actual stories. New England, like Massachusetts, RI New Hampshire. Reading the article in the Hollywood Reporter, the writer there is saying it's not meant to be a continuation for the Skywalker trilogy. Yeah, but then we have another one that says on Deadline that it's going to be following on the same line as all the other ones, Charmin Obeyed Chinoy, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, yeah, it very well could be something entirely different, which would be, I would be freaking, what's the word, flabbergasted? I'd be so happy. But if it's going to be something with Rey, I mean, look, we're already getting a Rey movie. Like, are they now changing this into a trilogy? What's the deal? I mean, if they're going episode 10, 11, 12, I heard this will comprise episode 10, 11, 12 of the Skywalker saga. So if it's comprising 10, 11, 12, then that's going to be taking off after the sequel trilogy. And if that's what this guy heard, then, well, that's the rumor. Sam Witwer is the only one who can save Star Wars. He's a real fan that works at Lucasfilm. Is he? Does he really speak up about anything? Kind of just seems like he goes along with everything, man. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Nobody's speaking up there. They're all just, okay. Like, if you really care about it so much, then say something. It's so simple. Be like, hey, this is not really a good idea. Maybe they have been saying something this whole time, and like the slop we've been getting is them saying something. That's the wild part. Another trilogy no one wants. I say make Hayden Christensen actor, writer, producer for a Star Wars movie. Yeah. You know, it is so governed now by Disney and so freaking run by Disney that it's no longer Lucasfilm that we once knew. The people there aren't really the same people anymore. I've spoken to people that worked there when George was owning Lucasfilm. And he said that he saw the transition, and when Disney came in, they literally took everyone out, pretty much, majority of people, and they hired all their own people. They brought in Disney people. And Disney people are just brainwashed by Disney objectives. And so it's no longer going to be the same story that we once knew. It's now something totally different. And I hope that this new Mandalorian movie will bring us back to what George wanted, to a little bit of that. It'll never be the same, but they can start to make little baby steps. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But this episode 10, 11, 12, if this takes place out, I know, with Rey and all that, no, please no. Please no. I love the Rey character. Kylo was a crybaby. Kylo was cool. Kylo was probably the coolest part about the sequel trilogy, I think. I really think that. Yeah. And they nerfed his ass, too. It's like, what the hell? You know? They, like, ruined his... It's like every possible cool character that they had, they destroyed. As a massive Doctor Who fan, I find it insane how our franchise has gone. I adore Doctor Who, but I worry it's losing its direction as well. Yeah, I keep hearing about Doctor Who. I've never seen an episode of it. I don't even know what it's about. It's like a time-traveling doctor? I heard Gary talking about how they... Or I think Mahler was talking about how they, like, changed... Like, Doctor Who now is like a girl or something, or... I don't know. Keep doing your thing, Theory. I support you. Thank you, Ty. The first Star Wars experience was Phantom. Never watched the OT till 2020. It was weird. It was like I fell in love with Star Wars retroactively while having my eyes open to the issues with the sequels. That's the thing, is I really, like what you like, but I don't know how anyone can not see the major discrepancy between the original trilogy, prequel trilogy together, and the sequels. And that's really a question, like, who what, like, I don't know. Daisy also said recently in an interview with Josh Horowitz that we will be hearing imminent news about the Rey movie update. This is probably it. Well, I mean, the rumor was her contract was $12 million or $11 million, which seems pretty high for one movie. I could see that making more sense for a trilogy. Don't you think? Because then that would be like $4 million per movie. So she signs a contract to do a trilogy, 12 mil. Kind of makes sense. So, I mean, that's great for her. She's an actor. Good for her. I have no ill will to the actors. I have question. I have no ill will to anybody, but I have question to the writers, to the producers. Kathleen Kennedy, what are you guys doing? That's you should never throw insult to the actors. They're just, man, they just grew up. They wanted to be an actor. They wanted to be on TV. They got a role. Maybe they're not good actors. Maybe they had a horrible script. Whatever. They're just puppets. They're just doing their job. But the writers, the showrunners, the producers, the directors, those are the ones that need to be questioned. With all the scrapped Star Wars movies and games, they should put it in a future epic Mickey game. Even though we don't know who Baylan commanded during the Clone Wars, do a video on Baylan Skoll being Commander Mayday's general. Ben Kenobi movie I would like to see. Yeah, it was Stuart Beatty's script. 40K management is woke as well. Warhammer 40K? Oh, what's the trouble on that? Is it going bad? By the way, I should have a new update for you guys for Vader Episode 2. Again, we're making really fast progress. We might even be ahead of schedule. So that's great. I'm going to put this there because might as well. LGBTists phobes. None of these groups are huge. Disney panders to the few whilst preaching the few. Failure on both ends. What is the actual F? Well, you know what? I think today they're focusing on identity politics, and I saw someone comment this on my post when I was on stage, being like, oh, so if they have people of color, that's an issue? It's like, I don't know, that couldn't be further from the truth, because George had people of color. I mean, look at Mace Windu. He's one of my favorite characters. I mean, I'm making a fan film about Mace Windu and Darth Vader. So it's a very P-minded way of looking at what people mean when they're saying that they're sacrificing story for agendas and identity politics. So if you have a story and you center one story around a certain, let's say, a minority or a female, and you make them overpowered where they don't have any character development, they don't have to go through any trials or tribulations, they have everything handed to them, the character development is non-existent, it's not real to real life. We all go through shit, we all fail at stuff, we don't ever get anything perfect the first time, or the second time, or the 10th time. So it's usually characters that have none of these attributes that Luke Skywalker had, or none of the trials and tribulations that Anakin went through, or anyone from the prequels or originals, that are now thrust into stories for mere sake of they're perfect. It's a political game. It is bullshit. I don't agree with it. I think every human, regardless of skin color or identity, is the same. We all go through the same shit. I don't care who you love. I don't care what skin color you got. We are all human and we all go through the same sort of thing in life. You, me, everybody watching, it doesn't matter. We all go through pain. We all go through sacrifice. We all go through love and emotions, and we all suck at stuff that we try at. How many times have you tried something you fail at? And that's what really builds an amazing character. Luke Skywalker didn't know where he belonged. He didn't know what his journey was. He was a whiny-ass farm boy, dude. He was just impatient and just dumb. He had his head in the clouds. He just wanted to go freaking play with his friends. And then eventually, he trains a little bit, gets somewhat successful, attempts to fight Vader, gets his ass beat, ego destroyed, hand lost, recollects, locks in, comes back a much better person. And I think those are a lot of the storylines that we need today, whereas it's just bullshit today. It's the story writing. There is no story writing. It's just it's anyways. I've been on a private tour at Lucas Ranch, and it's mind-blowing, but no cameras at all. Lucasfilm is best for a video if you ever plan to do one. Lucasfilm is best fit for a video. Well, I just wanted to show up and be like, hey, can I get a tour? And they'll either be like, sure, or they'll be like, no. They need to get it out of their head that I'm their enemy, man. I'm probably their number one fan, to be honest. Love your theory. I struggled with bullies just like you in the 90s. With Star Wars, Qui-Gon Forever, he gave me the power to look beyond the bullying, find peace and compassion, feel, don't think. Yeah, everybody spam one if you were bullied in the 90s or the 2000s for liking Star Wars. You can't really say that today. Now it's cool, which is great, but I don't think it's cool for the right reasons. It's like become a cult, like a fad. You know? Like it's different. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I feel you guys, man. Yeah, it sucks. It's unfortunate. But anyways, Dooku destroys Rey in a fight ended in writing. Doctor Who lost the plot back in 2016 show, though. Yeah, still, I've never seen it. I've been on private. The issue is not adding a woman as a protagonist. It's more changing the lore of the franchise and rewriting things similar to Star Wars Legends being replaced by Disney canon. So frustrating. Yeah, and I would argue, if their argument is that people who look, there are sexist and racist people out there, of course, but the issue today is that the people who don't like a certain Star Wars are labeled as that. And that's the unfortunate part of it. That's the part I have a problem with, because I'm anything but those things, and I'm sure a lot of you are anything but those things. Those people exist, but that doesn't mean that it's all of us. So I would argue that let's just get better stories, and let's stray away from calling you this, that, and the other just because you don't like something, and doing these mathematical equations, I call them, where, hey, if you like this, you equal liberal. If you dislike this, you equal conservative. And it's like, it's just so strange that this has now become a thing in Star Wars. It was never, never like that in the 90s and 2000s. Ever, bro. It was just so, wasn't even like a topic of discussion. It's wild what's become. But anyways, it is a game based around scrap Disney movies. Look it up. Darth Jar Jar versus Rey. Yes, if Jar Jar wins easily. I don't think Jar Jar can be defeated. Dave wasn't put in charge of the IP until this comment. Yeah, I know, Bill. Bill, he says Dave wasn't put in charge of the IP until after the Acolyte was done filming, and I think even if he wanted to stop that turd, Disney wasn't going to let him cancel it due to how much they spent on it. Yeah, but he still could have pushed things in another direction. He did, at that time, he did have a lot of power where he could be like, hey, Leslie, like, I don't think we should put Plagueis in there. And she was like, I fought to have him in there. I fought to put Plagueis in there. Well, how about Dave just say no? Not Cave or whoever it is. Just say no. What's so hard about that? I think it was like Pablo who allowed her to do it or something. I don't know, dude. The amount of power a lot of these guys have, I'm not privy to it. I know as much as you guys know, pretty much. Well, that's not true. I have a lot of friends up there that tell me interesting things, but for the most part, yeah, I mean, I don't know the actual, like, I'm not a fly on the wall over there. We're not going to see a good story until the activists leave and people with real love for the source material in their heart. Well, we can have beautiful stories through movies, and we've had that. Movies always have beautiful stories for the most part, unless it's like a slasher flick, then it's just like, entertainment, like gruesome, whatever. By the way, I still haven't seen Terrifier 3, but people tell me it's like absolutely disgustingly insane. I don't know. If you've seen it, spam 1. Let me know. Let me know if I should see it. Oh, man. Anyways. Give us a trilogy of Talon controlling the underworld or Revan, but what we'll get is a standalone Rey movie to set up Trilogy 50 years in the future. Well, yeah, look, guys, like, you kind of have to see the trajectory of things. Grogu is probably their number one selling product. Grogu has the ability to live for 1,000 years. He's still a toddler. Imagine all of the stories that they're going to be able to make once they do finally commit to the time of him being a teen or an adult. So this whole whatever trilogy thing, they're going to keep going forwards in the timeline so that they can eventually show Grogu as a 20-something-year-old, 30-something-year-old, which for us is going to be him at like age 200, or whatever, 300. So really, you kind of got to see where they're taking this. And those stories might be pretty cool because it'll be a Mandalorian Jedi. So that's dope. But until we get there and how we get there, I don't know. If they just went with George's idea, we would have had Talon. And she would have been, I swear to God, if you don't know who Talon is, go do some research. She is going to be everybody's favorite. If we would have seen her on screen. Jay Manning, what's up? What up, Tree Fitty? What up? Isaac says, my favorite series ever is Metroid, which has Samus Aran, a female protagonist, but it's not shoved in my face. It's just a cool character and story. Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's usually the characters that are beloved for their character. They're not beloved because they're a female or male, or because they're black or white, or Hispanic or Asian, or it's a cool character that makes the character. None of this like bullshit like skin color or stuff that is gonna fade when we die. But a character's character, a soul, is forever. And that's what needs to be embodied in storytelling versus the physical. Disney is afraid of your power. Then they're afraid of the truth. What up, Carlos? I feel bad that other countries have to suffer from our crazy politics, says Andrew. You guys know I'm Canadian, right? You think, or you're talking about U.S.? Man, all this election stuff has got me so fired up for the Canadian election next year. It's unfortunate we have to wait another year because we have, believe me, we got our own problems. And I don't chime in on American politics because it's not my place. You know, even though I do visit the States a lot and I want a home there, and most of my friends are American, it's not my place. But I'm excited for the Canadian election, and I think it's needed now more than ever. But we wait another year, I guess. Hey, yo, Lando is a minority character and he is one of the smartest people. Of course, you takes Vader's deal best for business. I'd take Empire's deal thinking of my stocks based. Bullied and beat up. I took my licks for this franchise and never gave up hope until Disney. Yep. No, we all took our licks. We all got beat up. Dude, how many of these new tourist fans can say they got beat up and made fun of? Man, insults in the 90s were not like insults today, dude. They were freaking foul. They were... Yeah. Anyways. Make Star Wars great again, says Matthew Brown. Make movies great again. I should put that on a shirt. Hey, if you... You want me to put that on a hat? A red hat, make movies great again? Probably catch some flack for that. I don't give a shit. Every Lucas trilogy changed how movies were made. The sequel trilogy did no such thing. Mandalorian did push TV forward, but that was it. Kennedy doesn't stop. I think the reason why she's so bent on forcing her self-insert down our throats is because she never got validation as a kid. I don't know, dude. I have no idea what her issue is. No idea. Do you think a pod racer TV show would do well? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Make it a hat. You guys would actually buy that hat? That'd be wild, man. They should make a Luke Skywalker movie of his son, Sebastian Stan. Cast him as son, maybe. At Lucasfilm, you can enter the lobby, but no tours for the public. But they sometimes hold an environmental film festival, and then you can go through and check it out. Blend with the crowd. Good luck. You know what would make for a great movie or a great video? Is if I went to Lucasfilm and Pablo Hidalgo gave me a tour. I'd go for it, man. I'm not an asshole, dude. I would chop it up with him and be like, hey man, like, let's just give me a tour. I think that would be cool. I think it would bring a lot of the fandom together, and it would be funny. At Lucasfilm, you can enter the lobby, but I'd be like, hey, so what happened with the Acolyte? That's the thing. It's like, I can have a conversation with anybody, and it would be civil. And you can't say the same for a lot of people. Love my girl Mara. She got done so wrong. Bro, she didn't even get done. She didn't even get put into anything. Somehow Rose Tico will return, says Star Wars Sith. What up, Tony? Tony's going to be at the booth with us at MegaCon for Theory Savers. And if you haven't watched today's new vlog, please go check it out. It's really fun, man. I had a really good time. I did a little clickbait in the morning with it, but yeah, go check it out, guys. They actually didn't want us there. There were a few Saber vendors that were pissed that we were there. It's all in there, man. That's the first part, and it's actually really fun. So make sure you check that out. I feel you, bro, but I don't think Dave had the power to change things until it was already done. I'm an optimist, but I feel like he might not have stopped season 1, but I feel like he had a hand at stopping season 2. Maybe. I hope so, man. And the thing is, the truth is, none of us will ever know. No biscuits and gravy theory? Yeah, that was wild, man. You guys have biscuits and gravy for breakfast? That's crazy. Gifted 5 Star Wars Theory memberships. Thank you, Imperial Buckethead. Yes, unfortunately, people like that. Unfortunately, people that like a certain Doctor Who are also viewed like that. I honestly feel both franchises are on a similar direction. Yeah, I hope that eventually they're going to just shift shit back in the right direction, man. I want a Star Wars project of Obi-Wan telling Luke about Ahsoka. Well, yeah, what was the deal with that? We didn't even get any sort of video on that at all. Like, I wanted to see how Luke and Ahsoka meet. Biscuits and sausage gravy go hard. Okay, I want to get a poll. Hey, you know which ad I'm talking about. If I actually do this, I wanna know if there are gonna be people who actually will support it. Damn. Damn. Oh my god, 80%, dude. Oh well. Did Disney ruin Vader's mystique? Not yet. No, I don't think so. Whatever happens, I'll be there laughing and shitting all over it, says Cosmo3. No, see, that's not the kind of mentality that I want to have, and I would encourage you guys not to have the same. It's a, yeah, look, they've really shat the bed with a lot of stuff, but I would still argue that there is a chance that someone like-minded, like Stuart Beattie, for example, man, the interview you guys saw, like me and him chatted more behind the scenes, there is so much that would have gone into the Obi-Wan trilogy. You know, we just need people like that working at Star Wars. We need people like that who are hired. And he's not the last one. He's not the first one. You know, there are more people like us. A lot more than you know. A lot of them are just too afraid to say anything at Lucasfilm because they're in fear of getting fired or canceled or whatever. But they're living in this echo chamber bubble that isn't the majority. Just look at what happened to America. Look at what happened to the Acolyte. The majority of people are voting on things. And you have to realize this. That this loud minority echo chamber that's going on the internet is not reality. I was thinking of something the other day, and it's like, you know, as a YouTuber, I get a lot of people who are fellow YouTubers or want to be YouTubers, or they want to start a channel, I mean, and or they have already, and they ask me quite often at conventions, you know, how do you drown out the hate and the noise? And the way I look at it is like, if you have a circle and you color it all, let's say pink, like bright pink, and then let's say I take a black Sharpie pen and I put a couple dots here and there, what's going to pop out at you? It's those black dots. It's because they're just so contrasting from the overall good that you see, which is the pink, the love. But that's not, it shouldn't even be on. Without the bad, there will be no good, and vice versa. So you have to encourage all of it. You have to accept all of it. And that's it. So you have to realize that a lot of people want really good stories. They want good Star Wars, and the Star Wars that they're making today isn't sticking with the majority of people, in my opinion. And I don't think it's too late. I think they can still make really great stuff. They just have to get their head out of their ass. They have to hire people who actually love the franchise. Stay away from people like Leslie Headland, Ryan Johnson, and these kind of people. You have to hire people that really care for this franchise and respect it the way George Lucas created it. Because without that, you're going to see more and more of this decline. So, make Star Wars great again. I would buy the F out of that. Hope you're good, bro. Thank you for what you're doing for the community. Well, I don't think I can put Star Wars on a shirt. I could put SW on a shirt or a hat, or I could put movies. Oh yeah. So get Filoni and Johnny Fav on the pod with Wave. I don't think Disney would allow that. I don't think Disney would allow me to, on camera, hang out with Hayden Christensen. I don't think Disney would allow me to do anything on camera with any of these people. To be honest, they'd probably have a major problem with it. And that's okay. I accept that. I know how the game works. It's fine. Drew Karpshin, Bane novels for producer, writer. Love the content, bro, and thank you for your passion. Thank you, Bill. Always, man. I'll always stand with you guys. I'll always be with you guys. I don't like saying that I'm your voice, but I'll always, resonate the same sort of sentiments that you guys may have with Star Wars. And, hopefully you can just use me as a speakerphone for your own ideas and what you want to see. My love of Star Wars began in 4th grade with the Star Wars Special Edition. Even I got to see it in theaters. Really? Wow. Been hammering the books over the last couple of years, and it's sad to see them overlooking so many good stories. The Kenobi book is a prime example. Kenobi book was great. The Stuart Beattie script was even better, let me tell you. Let me tell you. That'd be my next hat since you signed my last one. What's up, Hayden? So you guys are cool if I make a red hat that says make movies great again? It seems like 1,000 people voted and 78% said yes. Okay. Just want to say thank you for the channel. I've loved Star Wars since I was a kid, and I've learned a lot from the channel and appreciate your knowledge and honesty. Thanks from Australia. Thank you, Rotax. Theory, just want to let you know how much I respect you. Oh, dude, thank you guys. What the heck? And your passion, you actually light up our lives and speak up for us. Your films you're working on are hype, bro. Light years better. Great. Love the respect. Thank you so much. You guys are thank you. Just a shout out to Theory Sabers. I got the Hermit weathered in time for Halloween. It's epic. People loved it. Thanks, hobby guy. We're really excited with where the company's going, and it's been an absolute dream. We're adding a few more products. 3 more new things are coming this month, and the Roger Christian Signature Series Saber is also dropping this month. So that's something we've been working on for months and months, and that's nobody in the world has ever made that, because it is the first saber that Roger made before he actually gave it to George. And then, the team and they changed everything around a little bit. But this is like the Roger Christian original, and it's comes in like a different box. It's pretty cool, man. It's a very special saber, and so he's also going to be doing a review on it too. He's been with us through the beginning on designing that, and it's been an arduous process in getting it perfect. But now it's just as he created it. So that will be a limited, though. That will not be a forever thing. So we'll have that. I'll have more about that soon. Just wanted to say thank you for the channel. I love Star Wars since I was a kid. I've learned a lot from the channel and appreciate your knowledge and honesty. Thanks from Australia. Thank you, Rotax. Just read that one again. Did you send that twice? Love what you're doing, brother. Keep doing you. Thank you, Colby. Biggest super chat of the day from Michael with $50. Thank you, man. He says, win this fight by recruiting the best content creators in the world and creating content that absolutely destroys anything Disney can make. Shift the support for you instead of them. People will always follow quality. Force them to play ball. Well, and that's the thing, is I'm not here to shit on anybody, nor do I think I can, nor do I think I have that ability. I do, however, have a vision, and that's just what George Lucas instilled in me when I was a kid. And for a lot of you who didn't know, and for some of you who do know, I'm actually in the process of writing my own novel right now, and it's shaping up to be pretty fun. And I'm going to turn that book also into a comic book. So that probably will come out sometime next year, but I'm hard at work on that as well, because I want to create my own IP, and it's just one of the stories that I have in my mind, and it's pretty fun so far. I think people will get a good kick out of it. It's got a beautiful message. It'll be great for young and old, and it's a pretty good escape. I'm loving the hell out of writing it, so good times. We'll see how it goes. What up, McBreezy? What up, Matthew? Do I get a cut? Cut of what? You inspired me to write a Mace Windu story starting from his defeat between Anakin and Palpatine. Would love to share the script with you for tips. Sure, man. You can share it here. Right here. How about make the Force great again? The Force is copyright. If you guys didn't know, I'm pretty proficient in copyright now with Star Wars. A lot of lawyer meetings, a lot of legal meetings. Copyright lawyers. It's just the Force is actually a copyrighted term. If you didn't know, so is droid. Yeah. Anyways, make the Force great again. Also, what's up, bro? It's been a minute. Have you ever played Shadow of War? Would highly recommend, man. Shadow of War, you mean Lord of the Rings game? Yeah. Disney has actively reduced the amount of love for Star Wars in the world and created hate and divisiveness instead. They are the Sith. I think they're just out of touch. Need any customers, serve reps, booth employees? I mean, to be honest, man, my crew right now, we're so tight knit. We are the best of friends. We love what we do and we're passionate about it. And I trust them. And it's for me especially, it's been very difficult to find a team that I'm like tight with and that I trust and they won't try to just screw me over for money. Believe it or not, that's a very prominent thing, especially when you're a YouTuber and you sell products and you're somewhat successful. People smell the money and they just they lie to you, they take advantage, and I guess the Canadian in me falls for it a lot of the time, and so you live and learn. We're still breathing. We're still here. So right now my team is ironclad. I love them. They're great. I'm not looking for anyone else at the moment. So yeah. But, as we expand, I'm sure the team will get bigger and bigger. I followed you and supported you for almost a decade. To see all the people here in chat who support a racist, R-word, felon is disgusting. How do you get that? I mean, wouldn't you say that's the majority of America in that case? Look, man, I'm not here to talk politics, but I denounce that comment. And it's unfortunate you would take the conversation to something like that. So. Theory, thank you for recommending Revenge of the Sith book. It brought back my love for Star Wars and now getting into the EU. Playing The Force Unleashed right now. Oh, it's one of the best games. I saw you'll be at MegaCon. Would love to do some photos of you guys at the booth with fans and get the overall experience of everything for the team. Oh, nice, man. Sure. We have a videographer, Matthew, and we also have a photographer who's going to be there. Not to mention the entire team. We're going to have Mike Starwalker there, a few other people besides the team. A cut of the profit from the maker, from the Make the Star Wars Great Again hats. I was actually going to do that, make movies great again, but I just, I always want to know what you guys think. Like, you don't want something to be a dud. But love the Cal Kestis saber I got from Theory Sabers. The detail is awesome. Coming out with a double Cal soon. Hoping you're doing well. Thank you, thank you, Gay Jedi Serena. Sorry, Serena. Thank you, Gray Jedi Serena. Would you work with Everett Productions? I have worked with them. Yeah, the one who does all the Plagueis stuff, right? Yeah, dude. I voiced freaking who did I voice? Venomous. It worries me how Taika Waititi and Donald Glover are on this trilogy. It'll become a man-hating, race-hating Star Wars project again. Well, it seems to be the trend, doesn't it? I'm going to need you to show up at New York Comic Con in October. That clickbait video was such a vibe. Make Star Wars great again. I'll wear the hat religiously, just like the classic Obi-Wan hat. May the Force be with you. What's up, Anthony? You planning to be at Star Wars Celebration in Japan next year? Would love to see you, bud. Yeah, I don't know. I have tickets. Not plane tickets or hotel tickets, but I have tickets to the convention. But that is close to the time we're going to be releasing Vader Episode 2, so I don't want to promise. I'd love to go. Maybe. So I'm just going to say maybe. Bought the Editor Saber under the weekend promo. Hyped for it to arrive. Love you, Theory, and keep up the grind, brother. Oh, then you get 2 sabers. Shout out to everyone who grabbed a saber over the weekend. We had a buy one, get one. It's the first time we ever did something like that. We were kind of like testing the waters and seeing how, and we got some more cool stuff to announce. I'm excited, dude. I'm very excited. So yeah. But I also want to give a mention to our new Dark Lord SE without the control box. I'm loving these non-control box sabers that we're now offering. This one, the Prodigal Son V1, the affordable version without the control box, I don't know if you can see, is our best seller, one of. So I took that inspiration and I'm like, talked to TXQ and I'm like, look, let's start doing stuff without the control box so people really love it. And I remember when Nick Gillard was talking to me, he's like, no, the boys didn't have a control box. So that's essentially what this is. No control box, dude. So you're able to do all the practicing, the twirls, everything that you need to do to the best of your ability and practice with it. So it's pretty sweet like that. I love the fact that we're doing this like dual series. And people love them. They're selling like crazy. Glad I could catch you, Theory. Thank you. I got to order a Chosen One saber for my older brother for Christmas, and he proposed to his fiancée in the same place. Anakin married Padme earlier this year. That's amazing. Well, you guys got to get a picture with the saber as well there. I went to Como Lake, but I didn't go to the actual spot. I didn't know where it was. If you come to AwesomeCon DC, I would be deeply obliged. Yo, Timify. That'd be cool. Anthony Elder gives 10 Star Wars Theory memberships. Thanks, man. What's up, Spaghetti? Oh, thanks, guys, man. I'm having a great time. My name is Liam, and I love your fanfics. I'm doing a fan film, and I was wondering if you have any advice for people who want to do fan films. Oh, I mean, I don't really think I'm an expert on the matter, but I think to start a fan film, people kind of just tend to want to go crazy and big with it. Man, just do something simple on your phone, and you start with that and see where it goes. And, hire a good team if you can. And it could just be your friends. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I made fan films by myself when I was a kid with a tripod. Can you tell us about Prodigal Son V2 Replica? Oh, yeah. That's also a new one that we got going on right here. Beautiful. Beautiful. That was the one that you saw. We only had one of them at the convention. So, let's see, where is it? We got 3, 5. It was like somewhere. Sorry, this is 6. Ones which are nice and sleek, and then we got the bigger boxes as well for like some of the more expensive sabers, the ones that are replicas and right here. Legacy sabers. So we only have one. That one. The Prodigal Son V2. So whoever is able to actually. It looks absolutely amazing in person. Pick this one up before it's sold out because we only got one in stock at the convention. You are very lucky. This is brand new, and we're excited for you to grab it. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I hope you guys like the vlog, dude. It was a lot of fun. That's just part 1, and then we got part 2 coming soon, and then part 3. There was one guy that came. He waited in line for a long time, and he he told me he hates my guts, dude. But then it turned into a really nice interaction. So I'm excited for you guys to see that. Make sabers cut again. Will there be a Christmas sale for Theory sabers? Of course. Yeah. Have to. What's up? Make the hat for sale 73%. Yeah, 2,000 people, 78% want the hat. Make movies great again. Okay. This will be trending on Twitter again. Gotta respect the dedication. Bro, who's saying no to the hat? If you guys are damn serious, like a lot of you guys sometimes vote on shit and then you just like crickets, but if you guys are serious, man, all right. Okay. Go grab your cowboy hat and wear it, bro. All right, keep that bad boy right here with me at all times. The sickest cowboy hat, dude. So much aura in this. I got to bring it to like every convention with me. Okay, so we have about half an hour until me and Wave start our show. There's so many messages so quickly. How on earth do you keep up? I've been doing this for 8.5 years, dog. This ain't nothing new. There's only 3,000 people here, man. Like, I'm used to having like 10 to 20,000 whenever we have a show. At least 7 or 8K live. This is slow. This is very slow for me. This is nothing. These are the slow times, baby. I'll buy it, man. If it's Sith red, of course it's going to be red. I'm bald, so I need good hats. Yeah, me too. I'd wear the Theory Sabers hats. Oh, we sell that one too. Yeah. Yeah, just go to the merch shop, swtheorymerch.com. You can grab anything you want. You can get the Theory Sabers hat right there. You got we still got this going on. Beautiful Order 66 hat. Snips. And of course, all the infamous, our best sellers are our hats. And we got the Christmas ones ready to go for you, for those early birds. This is like one of my oldest designs. Still one of my favorites. The high ground. Oh, we have a varsity jacket that we've been working on for almost a year now. And it looks fire as fuck. It looks really good. And I'm very excited for it. So anyways, fellow Mother Canucker here, I picked up the Prodigal Son Saber with Pixel and really looking forward to trying it out. You're going to love it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Oh, yeah, so I had it right here. This is the one without the control box. You can see. It is freaking amazing to just twirl in your hands. Versus, I mean, this is the Fallen Knight with the crystal on the inside, but you can see the control box kind of gets in the way of stuff. But, you know, I mean, I've been doing this since I was a kid, so I'm used to it. But thank you, Star Wars Theory, for being a voice of unity. I grew up with the great 2000s Star Wars novels, NJO series with Solo Kids, Darth Plagueis, Revenge of the Sith novel, which captured the universe so well. Can you talk about how you would run the Star Wars IP? Well, methodically, of course. I would adapt every popular Legends novel into either a show, animated show, or a movie. We don't need to go elsewhere. We have so much stuff already. Ordered the Annie 3 Chosen One SNV Pro 36-inch during your BOGO. It was next on my list. Would love the Prodigal Son. Would love the Prodigal one you showed next. Keep it up. The Prodigal is have I done a video on it? I don't think I have. But anyways, look, we got half an hour until me and Wave go live. So, love you guys. I am going to go and just like chill a bit for like 20 minutes and then hop on again with you. So we've got our show. Wow, no one told me I still have this on. See you guys in a bit. Love you all. Oh, by the way, before I leave, I wanted to tell you that I have been streaming about 6 hours a day on my gaming channel, and it would mean the world to me if you guys went and subscribed and watched the live streams. Like literally 6 hours a day. Check, like I also upload reactions and stuff. But like, look at this, man. Last night we did 5.5 hours. Then we did 3.5, 3, an hour 45, all in one day. Then this one was 6.5 hours. Then that one was 5 hours. This one was 3 hours. There's a lot. This is like the second channel. And so there's a lot that goes on here, and I love interacting with you guys. I really now, I truly want that channel to grow. And so make sure you go check out Theories Arcade. It's where a lot of the fun stuff happens. If you want to hang out with me in the community, it's a great time. I have a really good time there. And I spend a lot of hours there. So, yeah, the arcade is, yeah, so chat's telling you about it. Let's play some zombies. I'll carry you. Bro, carry me, man. I'm crazy at zombies. Are you kidding me? Yeah, the addiction's crazy. Love the arcade streams. I love you guys. Yeah, so we'll probably be on zombies tonight. We'll probably do some Theories Arcade streams later tonight after the show with me and Wave. But yeah, I got to get ready for that. Love you guys. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for listening to me. And thanks for engaging in the conversation, because it is the community that makes all of us. Love you all. See you in half an hour. Yo. So I'm going to have the hat ready in about half an hour. So if you guys are serious about it, we're going to do a quick pre-sale on it in half an hour. For those of you still here. And then, and that'll be it. All right.